Hey, Vikings faithful. Skol Vikings. Buckle up, because we're diving into the biggest news rocking the purple and gold world right now. The NFL just dropped a bombshell. Our Minnesota Vikings are making history in 2025 with back-to-back international games in Ireland and Britain. This is huge, folks. 7 international games across the league, and our boys are the only team bold enough to take on 2 in a row. Ready to feel that Viking pride surge? Let's unpack this epic adventure and why it's got every fan buzzing. Picture this: September 28, 2025, at Croke Park in Dublin, Ireland, where the Vikings face off against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Then, just a week later, October 5th, they're storming Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London to battle the Cleveland Browns. This isn't just a road trip. It's a historic quest for glory on foreign soil. The NFL announced these matchups on Tuesday, part of a teaser rollout before the full schedule drops Wednesday night. So what does this mean for our team? Stick with me and let's break it down. Why should you care? Because this double dip overseas is a game changer for the Minnesota Vikings. It's a chance to showcase our squad to the world, with stars like Justin Jefferson lighting up the global stage. But it's not without challenges. 2 weeks abroad could test our team's stamina. Will this be a triumphant Viking saga or a grueling odyssey? Let's dive into the first stop of this journey and see what's at stake. Drop a comment. Are you pumped for this international takeover? First up, let's talk Dublin. On September 28, 2025, the Vikings will clash with the Pittsburgh Steelers at Croke Park, the heart of Irish sports culture. This isn't just any game. It's the NFL's first ever regular season matchup in Ireland. Our boys are walking into a cauldron of 80,000 screaming fans, many rocking purple and gold, ready to make this feel like US Bank Stadium. Coach Kevin O'Connell called it an unbelievable opportunity to bond as a team, and you can feel the excitement building. The Steelers are no pushovers, though. They've bolstered their defense with free agents like Darius Slay and Juan Thornhill, aiming to stop the run in 2025. But here's the kicker. Our offense, led by J.J. McCarthy, fingers crossed he's our starting QB after his 2024 injury, has the firepower to exploit their secondary. Imagine Justin Jefferson, who O'Connell called the best wide receiver on the planet, torching their defense for 150 yards and a touchdown. Vikings news is buzzing with predictions of a high-scoring affair. What do you think? Can JJ light up Dublin? Here's where it gets spicy. This game isn't just about bragging rights. A win in Ireland could set the tone for the season, especially with another international showdown looming. The Vikings sought this opportunity, per USA Today Sports, showing their hunger for global dominance. But with jet lag and a hostile crowd, can they stay sharp? Let's hear it in the comments. How many points do you think our Vikings drop on the Steelers? Now, let's jet across the Irish Sea to London for round 2. On October 5, 2025, the Minnesota Vikings take on the Cleveland Browns at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This is uncharted territory. Our team is the first in NFL history to play back-to-back international games in different countries. Vikings owner Mark Wilf said London feels like a home field environment, thanks to the UK's passionate Vikings fans. Can you imagine 60,000 fans chanting "Skol" in sync? The Browns are a tough matchup, though. Their defense, anchored by Myles Garrett, could pressure McCarthy, who's still finding his groove post-injury. But our offensive line, revamped with 2025 draft pick Donovan Jackson, might just give JJ the pocket he needs to sling it. Last season, the Vikings went 14-3, proving they can handle elite defenses. Vikings News predicts a close one, maybe 24-20. What's your score prediction for this London showdown? This game is about more than stats, it's about legacy. A sweep of these international games could propel the Vikings toward another deep playoff run, maybe even a Super Bowl push. But spending 10 days abroad, as SI.com notes, means time away from families and routines. Will the team rally or crack under pressure? Drop your thoughts below. Is this London game a trap or a triumph? Let's zoom out and look at the big picture. The NFL's 2025 international slate is its biggest ever, with 7 games across 5 countries: Ireland, Britain, Germany, Spain, and Brazil. Our Vikings are the centerpiece, headlining with their unprecedented doubleheader. Other games include the Broncos versus Jets in London, Rams versus Jaguars at Wembley, and Falcons versus Colts in Berlin. The NFL is going global, and our team is leading the charge. What makes this special for Minnesota? It's not just about football, it's cultural. O'Connell and McCarthy have Irish roots, adding a personal touch to the Dublin game. Wilf noted the memorable London experiences, hinting at the electric atmosphere awaiting us. Vikings News highlights how these games could attract new fans worldwide, growing the Skol Nation. Are you planning to watch these games at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time on NFL Network or NFL Plus? Let me know. But there's a catch. Some players, like linebacker Jonathan Greenid, aren't thrilled about the extended trip, per SI.com. 10 days overseas could disrupt routines, and fan reactions on X are mixed. Some call it a raw deal. Others see it as a chance to shine. What's your take? Is this schedule a blessing or a curse for our Vikings? Hit the comments and let's debate. Let's talk strategy. The Vikings' decision to play 2 international games wasn't random. They wanted this, according to USA Today's Sports Share on X sources. This move could give them a hidden advantage. By playing in Dublin and London, they trade 2 true road games for neutral site matchups, meaning only 7 road games in 2025 compared to 8 home games at US Bank Stadium. This scheduling quirk could be a game-changer. Last season, the Vikings were 1 win shy of the NFC North title and the number 1 playoff seed. With fewer road games, they could leverage home field advantage to secure that top spot in 2025. Vikings News suggests this could mean 1 or 2 extra wins, critical in a tough NFC North. Do you think this gives us an edge over the Lions, Packers, and Bears? The downside? Jet lag and travel fatigue. The team might spend over a week in Europe, which could affect performance. Coach O'Connell sees it as a bonding opportunity, but will the players stay focused? Drop a comment. Does the schedule boost our playoff chances, or is it too risky? Now let's hype up our stars. Justin Jefferson is the key to these international games. In 2024, he racked up 1,385 yards despite quarterback changes, proving he's a global superstar. In Dublin, he could exploit Pittsburgh's revamped secondary, and in London, he'll face a Browns defense that struggled against elite receivers last year. Vikings News is calling him the X Factor. Then there's J.J. McCarthy, our hopeful QB1. After missing 2024 with a torn meniscus, he's confident about starting, per USA Today. These games are his chance to prove he's the future, especially with O'Connell's cautious optimism about his recovery. If McCarthy clicks with Jefferson, we could see 300-yard games. Who else are you excited to see shine overseas? The world will be watching, and not just Vikings fans. These games, streamed on NFL Network and NFL Plus, will showcase our squad to millions. A strong showing could cement Jefferson as a household name and McCarthy as a rising star. What's your bold prediction for our offensive output in these games? Share below. Let's address the elephant in the room: fan reactions. X-posts show Vikings fans are split. Some, like at Purple for the Win, call the 2-game trip *T due to the strain on players. Others, like at NFL_of see it as historic, putting a lot of eyes on our team. Vikings News reports outrage, but also hidden advantages, if we play it right. What's your vibe on this? The truth is, this is a double-edged sword. The Vikings get global exposure, potentially growing the fan base, but at the cost of player fatigue. Mark Wilf's excitement about UK fans creating a home field environment is promising, but SI.com notes Greenid's Instagram grumbling. Are fans overreacting? Or is the NFL pushing too hard? Let's hear your hot takes in the comments. This debate sets the stage for a defining moment. If the Vikings thrive, they could silence doubters and start 2025 with momentum. If they stumble, critics will pounce. Which side are you on, team opportunity or team outrage? Let's get this discussion popping. Let's talk numbers to ground this hype. The Vikings face one of the NFL's toughest schedules in 2025, per SI.com, with opponents averaging 8.5 Vegas win totals. The Steelers and Browns aren't elite, but they're no slouches. Pittsburgh's defense is stingy, and Cleveland's pass rush is fierce. Yet, our 14-3 record in 2024 shows we can hang with anyone. Vikings News predicts we're favored in both games, per Yahoo Sports betting odds. Statistically, the Vikings offense was top 10 last year, averaging 27.8 points per game. If McCarthy matches Sam Darnold's 2024 output, 3,913 yards, 32 TDs, we could dominate. But the Browns allowed just 21.3 points per game in 2024, and Pittsburgh's run defense is improving. Can our revamped O-line with Donovan Jackson hold up? What stat are you watching in these games? These numbers tell a story. We've got the tools to win, but it won't be easy. A 2-0 international trip could vault us to a 4-1 or 5-0 start, setting up a playoff run. Crunch the numbers with me. What's the key stat that decides these games? Drop it below. Let's zoom in on the fan experience. If you're lucky enough to attend these games, expect a spectacle. Croke Park in Dublin is a historic venue, hosting Gaelic football and hurling, now welcoming the NFL's first regular season game. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, with its state-of-the-art design, hosted Vikings games in 2017 and 2022, both electric. Vikings News says tickets are already a hot commodity. Anyone planning to go? For those watching at home, NFL Network and NFL Plus have you covered at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Bars across Minnesota will be packed with fans in Jefferson jerseys, chanting "Skol" over breakfast beers. The time difference means early mornings, but that's nothing new for diehards. Where are you watching these games and who's in your watch party? Share your plans. This is more than a game, it's a global Viking invasion. Whether you're in Dublin, London, or your living room, you're part of history. Let's make some noise. Skol Nation. Tell me, what's your game day ritual for these international matchups? Let's wrap this up with what's at stake. These games could define the Vikings' 2025 season. A sweep in Ireland and Britain sets us up for a deep playoff run. Maybe even a Super Bowl. A split keeps us in the hunt but raises questions about McCarthy and our stamina. A 0-2 start? Let's not even go there. Vikings News is calling this a prove-it moment for our squad. The bigger picture? The NFL's global push is rewriting the game. 7 international games in 2025, with the Vikings as pioneers, show the league's ambition. But as Sporting News notes, we're the guinea pig for this experiment. If we succeed, we'll inspire more teams to embrace the challenge. What legacy do you want these games to leave for the Vikings? Skol Nation, this is our time to shine. Let's rally behind our team and make history. Smash that like button, drop your predictions in the comments, subscribe for more Vikings news, and share this with every fan you know who's ready to conquer Dublin and London. Skol Vikings!